Back 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward 1, 2.
Unfortunately, Professor Bill
5.
has strayed off the path, big time, and several years ago. Whenever his shoulders went to crap, he stopped doing a lot of stuff, but he doesn't teach it anymore. You know, he doesn't have anybody doing the things that he can't do, which is dumb.
It's like a dance choreographer who makes everyone dance like an old person.
I can't do hook kicks worth of crap. That's why I chose those for my challenge. But these guys know how to do them beautifully, so they show you that. You know, don't fall into bullshit like that. You know, most people can any how am I going to phrase this? Any martial artist that's got a few years of training, that's a black belt or above, can learn anything else pretty quick. The more you know, the easier it is to learn somebody else's art. So that guy that we just watched, what's his name, Dan Bach?
Yeah.
It looks like he was a Kung Fu guy.
Yeah.
Just by the way he moves. And he's probably did some kind of either online training or bought a program or something.
Or he trained with Dan for
And he
a
may
year
have
or
trained
so.
with Dan.
Yeah.
But Dan himself trains in multiple martial arts.
Yeah.
You know,
They do not do JKD every day.
No. You know, he's 90-something years old, but he still trains hard. 80-something, I guess.
Yeah.
So Anasanto's still going, huh?
Yeah, still going. He's the last of the original. Well, no, there's 3 original guys left.
Yeah.
That made any name for him.
What about the students that were with Bruce in Washington?
I think most of them are gone.
Maybe about
And there's
6, 7 now anyway.
Maybe they're all going to be, because Bruce is 83 this year.
Oh, all right, they're about that age.
So they'd all be right at the same age.
Yeah.
Taki was older. He was 20 years older than Bruce.
Yeah.
And outlived him by 30 years.
No, by longer,
40
yeah,
years.
50 years.
50 years.
He didn't want to.
Yeah, I remember there was a while when Allison and I were in McPherson Community Theater for several years. The dance choreographer was in her 70s. And so all of her choreography for dances were only things that she could do. So it means that we were all doing really boring electric slides and square dancing and things like that. And it was just like, none of this is exciting to look at. Like sometimes it was just like for 4 counts, just standing there with your arms up. And then it's like,
That would be depressing.
well, yeah, and you watch the videos of it, and you're like, this is boring as hell. And I'm trying to make the best of it, but I just look super gay. It's like, trying to add some sort of energy to it.
Can't say it like that.
Yeah, I can. I can do myself dirty. That's how it works.
You can't bring all those people down like that.
Come on, don't you watch South Park? Didn't you know that, just because somebody calls you a fag doesn't mean that you're gay?
Just when you smoke cigarettes.
It's because you're an asshole is because you're a fag. That means you're a
Yeah.
fag. Not because you're gay. Yes, there are gay fags, but
Yeah.
there are straight fags too.
Your Marlboro fags and Camel fags.
I remember that was one of the scandals that came out of the Sony leak. Remember when Sony got hacked by North Korea?
Oh,
For
for a while, huh?
Yeah. They leaked a bunch of this emails from the executives calling people names.
Yeah.
And what was the funny thing was it got on the late night shows. I can't remember who said it. It might have been Jimmy Kimmel. I said, yeah, you read this email, and it says, it's like he referred to all the female movie stars And he said all the vaginas went walking by. And then they said, it's like, how derogatory and mean for him to refer to a whole bunch of women as a body part. I mean, what a dick.
Right.
Everybody in the world. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just, I thought that was an interesting little parallel. It's like,
That was a
if
well-written
we were
joke.
talking about men, then it's like you wouldn't have been as upset.
Well-written joke. That wasn't somebody.
No.
Somebody writing. Good one.
He doesn't have enough time to write jokes.
Yeah, these guys get a good start with their own material, and then they
Yep.
get big, and now
I
they
have
to hire
no
joke
idea
writers.
how Jimmy Kimmel still has a job with all the clips from the Man Show that still circulate.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, but
Because,
there was one that was straight up not okay.
because it
That
was cable, it wasn't
it didn't have regulations on it.
Right. Network. It was on the Comedy Channel. They do all kinds of shit on the Comedy
Yeah.
Channel.
There was just one that I remember that was clearly pretty close to sexual harassment.
I love the Man Show. I thought it was hilarious.
One was the game was what's in my pants,
So,
and then you'd have hot girls feel him up all around to identify what object is in his underwear.
It
Yes.
was consensual. They weren't
Yeah.
doing anything wrong. They weren't forcing people down their pants.
they might have been paying them, but
Yeah,
I
there you
mean,
go.
That's all right.
they weren't forcing.
Nobody was getting a movie.
Did you hear about this? There's a politician who is still hasn't dropped out of the race. It's astounding. Who she got caught. She did a fundraiser via OnlyFans for her political campaign.
What? I don't know what that is.
Via
I don't know what OnlyFans is.
she filmed her. She took requests for sexual activities
yeah.
for her and her husband to do live for people.
Why does it matter?
Well, they're
Well,
looking at that funny, and they
Not
said
for a
they
politician.
said yes.
Oh,
for
come on.
politicians.
Trump got away with all kinds of shit.
Well, but
Why
this
is
one,
it not
this one is
OnlyFans?
different about like campaign finance, and they said also
At least that's
Technically-
straight up and honest.
they said
Is it not?
You're paying for it to let somebody do sex.
Yeah,
they said technically it said according to Virginia law that might count as prostitution because it's
Voyeurism,
Yeah.
yeah, but not prostitution.
no, because they were talking
So
about
this
how
is
she
changing.
was only performing the activities in exchange for money. So it's
But it
like,
was with her husband, so
Right,
therefore,
but like you're saying, is it prostitution
No.
if you go, hey,
Good.
I will pay you $500 if you let me watch you do this particular thing with your wife?
That is kind of
I don't see it as.
I don't know. It's like
Because it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
that's why they said
Why-
they're not sure. It's just a little weird.
Voyeurism is.
voyeurism, definitely.
Well, yeah,
You
that's-
can't
And I don't know if
pay for it,
I don't know if
prostitution.
anybody has any laws on the books about voyeurism.
Yeah.
No, it's just the question of money in exchange for sexual service.
But the person who's paying the money is not getting the sexual service.
Services, visual, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's more honest than most.
Because if
Still
you're paying
weird, yeah.
for porn on the internet, that would be the same thing.
But what's funny is that there's newspapers who are they're just calling
There's a lot of
the
stuff all
porn
the time.
candidate.
Yeah.
Is it Virginia's porn candidate is in further trouble.
There you go.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get her votes.
It will.
I didn't probably
She'll have a decent little run with that.
Oh, yeah.
She may not win, but she'll have a good run. I keep all that money, but she'll be in good trouble.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, what do you
Spend it
do
on-
with?
You're spending on cars with your stuff plastered on there.
Spend
Campaign cars.
Yeah.
it on
And campaign headquarters, which is your
legal
home.
fees, is what they're doing now.
Right. So if you think about it, like if you do like what happens if you run like a really frugal political campaign and you lose, but you have an extra 10 grand left over? Do you just give
Well,
it back?
Today, no. No, you have to put it in a fund of some sort.
Oh, that's why there's so many
Sydney-
silly funds around.
Sidney Powell, pled guilty to that.
Sydney Powell.
She's one of the Trump lawyers,
Well,
the Georgia thing.
Oh, the election stuff, yeah. Nice.
By inflation numbers.
She said guilty. And she got a 6-year probation.
Hmm.
So,
In regards
She's
to
gotta
what?
be good for 6 years. That's gonna be hard for her to do.
In regards to what charge?
Election
For
fraud.
sedition, for tampering with the vote in Georgia. She actually went and fucked with the machines and stuff.
That's
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah. And that's only 6 years of probation.
Well, that was the deal that they made. They were looking for 15 years in prison.
All right.
And,
6 years of probation's pretty good.
her buddy, I can't remember his name right now.
Bill Justin's on Z.
He's next,
Still around.
he's next to plead one way or the other. They're bringing him, because they were going to take her to trial tomorrow.
Oh.
And her co-defendant is going to go on trial Monday. So
That's no good.
we're going to find out what he
That
says.
one better just take his 10
Take
years
his-
probation or 1 year in jail and get out of there.
Plea deal and get fucked
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna be bad.
Yep.
Somebody else says yes, they were guilty.
Yep.
All right.
And because these people were there whenever all that shit started. They were in the room and hatching
Oh.
these ideas.
Everybody was there. Yeah. It's trouble.
Amazing.
All right, you ready, Hero? All right, bring something.
All right, you got 3 of you, and
Yep.
you got 1 student. So
All right, let's go.
do his stuff,
What do you got?
but y'all do it much better.
What are we doing?
That worked. That was entering stress. First one worked.
Do
I like the
Jocelyn
second
stuff,
one.
but do it a lot better.
Jocelyn stuff.
Yeah.
Do Jocelyn stuff, but do it a lot better.
All right, do something better, Jocelyn.
Well,
I mean, you guys do something better. Do Jocelyn stuff, but do it better.
Alright,
Do
so
that.
he's just got a bunch combinations, so you wanna just be on a Bob and.
Yeah, let's bob it.
Okay.
You want me to call them out?
Sure.
Go up.
Bob.
Go up.
You do most everything on the Bob. All right, your first combination. Start your right hand stance or your strong stance. Start your strong stance. Back this cross combination. Do 10 on each side. Now, Justin, you hear a thump, not a smack. Turn your knuckles into that. There you go. Make sure you get your thumb down. Or whenever you punch with your thumb up like that, you're in danger of getting your thumb broken. Do your other side. Back this cross. 10 times. 10 times.
Little note for you, right as you fire your first one, this is what I'm seeing. Your rear hand is pulling back like this and then firing out. So that's adding extra time to your strike. So try to instead have both hands go forward at the same time. Okay, let me show you. Do it again. Do it again. Okay.
You got a little tail on your wrist. You're going like this before you fire your back. Going like that.
He's a little of that.
Sometimes you have to see it.
And believe it.
Okay. Do it again a couple times. Okay. Now just watch your left hand. See that? How it goes wobble and it drops down. Show you again. Yeah. So that's what I was talking about. Just don't drop it down and then fire. Just actually have both hands go straight up.
Move it, but including your shoulders.
Yeah.
You like this?
Yeah.
All right, next one, lead jab and rear hook. Lead jab, rear hook. Michael, you're picking up the tail.
I'm trying to get the angle right because my wrist really hurts for some reason.
Want to wrap it?
It is just a Just a tweak here and there, I think you're good. What was the tweak though?
Here's your tail.
Okay.
You're going, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you.
Well, it wasn't conscious, so I'll fix it.
That's what makes the tail a tail.
Yep.
You're doing something that's unconscious.
Well, sometimes something can happen because it's like you're trying to loosen up your arms, and so you loosen up your arms every single time. Sometimes that's where that comes
Now
from.
a hook, now that cross. Make sure you hook. Go around his arm. There you go. Now you picked it up, Justin. Now you're going. You're shaking that rear hand. Not that. That's telling your opponent, I'm gonna hit you.
Gotcha. Decide.
See it? Feel it?
Right there.
Was? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So what I like to work on is explosive energy. Boom! Boom! Reset, stop. Come on. Come on. Reset, stop. Come on. Explode. You guys see both you guys going.
Not anymore, I fixed it.
And that's what you're telling your opponent. You're getting ready. And a seasoned fighter will jump on your face like a Spider-Man. Next one, lead back fist, lead, hinge down, big run. Back fist, hinge down. You're doing all right.
Thank you.
You just got more punches to do.
Yep.
Which one?
Right here. It's kind of cool, all the ways that people have finagled how to wrap things.
You just want to keep it from moving.
Yeah.
Next one. Lead back fist, lead hook. Thump it, not smack it. Get you up to go. You're flat, and then you just look back your hand, not backwards. Okay. Make it a hook. Boom, this way. There you go. Other side. Back fist cross lead punch. 3-punch combo. Back fist cross. Nope. Back fist cross lead punch. So left, right, left. Let's make some of those shots to the butt. Trey said he was going to do the side kick, basic side kick.
Okay. It's a bit more effort sometimes.
Can be.
Hate it when you're working this and you find your own thumb. Just coming across here and then do that.
Don't want to hurt your fist. Whenever you hit somebody with that, turn your hand. Put somebody in the cheek on a strong jaw, turn your hand. Back fist cross. No, back fist cross, straight. All right, next one, back fist cross, lead hook. Cross, cross, back fist cross, cross, lead hook. Back fist hook. Now on your back fist cross, keep them together, like your hands are tight together. A couple of those hook shots to the body. Switch sides. The next one, back fist cross, lead uppercut. Back fist cross. Back fist cross, uppercut. With your lead. Back fist cross, uppercut. So your right lead, it's going to be a right uppercut. Your left lead will be a left uppercut. Alright, switch. Now you're getting in the habit of backing up whenever you're throwing your uppercut. The hook, stay here, don't go. You're losing power. Stay in here. See how you're moving back?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Good. Switch. All right, your next one, back fist cross, rear palm strike, the jaw. Cross, palm strike. Back fist cross. Your last one, back fist cross, lead horizontal elbow. Back fist cross, elbow. Gotta stay close to this. Again, throw those first two like your hands are tied together. Use your hips. Ferris Michael was telling me that Delbert's back with Bill and he's testing in homeland combatives.
Oh, all right. That makes sense for Delbert.
It does. He always takes the half Dutch.
Yeah. Online?
Yeah.
Driving up here and there?
Yep.
Anything to get him out doing something in the world's probably good.
Yeah, probably. Probably. This tells me the state of Dill's school if he's going to accept him back.
Well,
So I've tested and covered something new today. I realized that my, how I was striking and using my hands, I was not extending to my full range properly.
Good thing there.
I was always waiting to strike until I was about here, so that I could then you can then always have this much room, but you don't want to have that be your initial.
Not
So-
necessarily. Well, I mean,
I'm saying you want to make sure that you aren't waiting to touch them until you're right here.
Right.
So it's gotta be that you're reaching to your fullest extent if this is your first hit. Not to your locked extent, but I'm just saying it's like, if I'm gonna go in for the
No.
injure,
but remember, there's never an always.
yeah,
And there's always a never. So, sometimes you're here
yes,
and you have to strike if you're going to strike.
correct.
Sometimes he'll raise his hands and you can strike past him. So, you know,
Right.
it's just different range.
I know.
It's still punch range.
I was just saying that I was basically not utilizing half of my punching range.
You know, and we're only doing that on Bob, or were you doing that when you were doing that person too?
With Ferris as well, I was just in thinking about the other day how we were working, being always right in this range and never.
yeah, we were starting in that range.
We were starting right about here, as far as where our hands are, right in here, instead of getting out here more.
Well,
And which is what you
just-
always do in order to create so much space.
Yeah, but you're waiting for me to attack.
Well, then if I'm doing,
I'm already there.
if I'm doing,
If I did this and you were really there,
right,
you would wait.
correct.
But you're waiting for me to. Now we're here.
Well, I'm saying that we were mostly being right in this range,
Yeah.
whereas if I can force you to be back
Right.
further away, then it gives me more space to work without getting tangled up.
And what I do, if we're not in touch range,
Correct.
right? If I see him coming at me, I'm gonna go at him first.
Correct.
You know, I'm gonna try to beat him to the point.
Yeah, you were just waiting for me to do my thing to practice.
You know, but for
The street, you might.
you know, I'm not gonna wait on him to get to me.
Right.
You know, then I'm playing defense.
Right.
You know, if we're this far apart, I'm gonna
Right.
meet him at least halfway.
And what I was saying is that, it's like on that particular instance, my default would have been he would have gotten closer to me before I hit the back fist. Because I would be, my prime positioning for the back fist would be when I'm this close.
Right.
Rather than, I am still in range from here.
Yeah.
I can get you.
Yeah.
So to work out here as the starting point,
Well,
then
mostly,
I come in for a power ins when it's time, but not only be here.
mostly you still have the defense, you've got your default defense shit still going on in your head.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Your defense should always be attack.
Right. And I'm saying that my attack needs to go out further.
Correct.
Yes.
But don't wait on him if you're out of range.
No.
Don't wait on him to get to you.
No, we were just talking about
Launch that
different
attack.
drills.
That's all. Yeah.
Before I get there.
He is within easy kick
Kick
range.
range, yes.
He's within easy kick range to me.
Yeah.
You know. So if he wants to launch a kick at me, I might reverse a little bit
Yes.
before I go in.
Uh-huh.
But I'm certainly not going to stand here and take one.
No.
I'm trying not to. If he's an incredible kicker, he might pull one off. But I'm also going to get in here and do something.
Right.
Now you notice he did take my knee, but my knee was not like this.
Right.
He tagged my knee when it was here.
Which means it does nothing.
It's still going to hurt.
Yeah, but I'm
But
saying it's not going
it's
to
not
cause,
going to kill it.
it's not going to cause structural damage.
Right.
Which I didn't.
You're going to get banged up in a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're always going to get a hunk of hide missing out
Yeah.
of the fight. Just going to happen.
Yeah.
I got a lot of scars.
Yes.
As long as it's not
I
a
guess-
knockout blow, you
Right.
can handle it.
You
I
can
guess-
still handle it.
The basic idea that
With the adrenaline, when the adrenaline flows, I mean, you do this, you know.
Yeah.
But you gotta carry that attitude
Mhm.
from the first fucking fight.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't done a fight in a long time. You know, I don't, the few, the few little incidences around here, I don't even really think it's weird.
Right.
There was a guy, we were out here one Saturday morning training. And we were doing sword training, so I had a sword in my hand. And this guy come walking down the sidewalk and he said something. I couldn't hear him, so I walked up to him. Yeah, how can I help you? And he pulls out a screwdriver. And he says, what'd you do if I stabbed you in the belly? I said, dude, I don't want your blood all over my yard. And I turned away and was listening. I've got gravel drive. I can hear it come off.
And it wasn't a training sword. Like, it was a training sword, but where is it?
It's a tennis ball over there.
Yeah.
No, it's up here.
Ah.
It's on the very, very top. I think that's it.
Not this one. You had the aluminum one.
Yeah, I had a thick one. It's up. What the hell is it? Anyway, in any case, no matter.
But it's a
But I don't even
it's a
take.
heavy aluminum one that does not bend.
So it'd be, I'm saying
Yeah, there's
that,
a bones.
there it is. So hold that. That's what he was holding.
So I just walked up to the guy. I'm not like this.
About that far away.
I said, "How can I help you?" And he pulls this little Phillips head screwdriver out. What do you do if I stab you in the middle? I'm like, "Oh, let your blood on my yard." And I'm listening and listening. And Sherrod was like, "Oh, go kick his ass."
Yeah.
Michael was like, "I really looked confused." When I walked away from him.
Yeah. But yeah, here, have him hold that. Just like this to feel what it would be like to get biffed with that. That's not going to end well.
no.
Yeah.
You can stab somebody with that.
No, you just crack him over
But-
the head.
Dang,
Yeah.
So-
And if you hit him edge, you'll
Oh,
get
yeah,
brain.
That'll hurt.
It was
Yeah,
gonna leave it or gotten away.
You know, man.
Yeah, I was.
But yeah, if you got a
Plan
full
like this.
over the head with that,
Wasn't
they're
really doing anything.
broken bones. Yeah. I'm just saying, it's like, that's why it's like, oh no, your screwdriver
I
versus
was
my
like,
sword.
it's like if he lunged at me, it would have been an easy block.
A block can come right down.
Yeah. That would have hurt the hell out of his arm, block his arm.
Yeah. And yeah, and the strike is right there, back out. Yeah. That's why that sword's cool.
Yeah.
It's because every block and strike leads into the next.
So, I don't even take threats seriously, really. I had lunch with a prostitute the other day.
Well, then,
What was it, Sunday, I think?
Sunday with the prostitute. That's
Yeah,
what.
Sunday was a prostitute.
Good day.
I was bringing that aloe in, and I put it down on the stand out on the front porch and I was cleaning all the leaves out of it. And this chick walks up to, right up to me, you know? And I just looked at her and said, "Hi, how can I help you?" And she muttered something. She was really high, first time. And I said, "How can I help you?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "Are you hungry?" She said, "Yeah." "Would you like peanut butter or jelly?" "Okay." And she goes, "You got grape jelly?" I said, "I got blackberry
Great
jelly."
jelly.
I said, "I got blackberry jelly."
That's funny.
"That's good." Now, she was crack whore.
Yeah.
No teeth.
Oh.
You know, all the,
Gone.
yeah, just, oh.
Peanut butter was a good offer.
Yeah.
So, you know, and she tore all the crust
Yeah,
off, threw
alright.
it away. And she had about that much of a sandwich.
Yeah.
And she took 2 bites and then wrapped the rest up for later. And I'm thinking,
She's probably home.
oh yeah, she's like, well, yeah. And so, what do you do for a living? She goes, I work on Broadway. I'm like, oh, gotcha. So, it wasn't like the last one I picked up. The last one was like, no, God, oh my God. You know, crack whore again. Had these teeth, you know. Offered me head, and I was like, no! Rolled up my car. The car went. So I'm like, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
It must have been a
She
while
didn't-
back.
but she
You
didn't
were
offer
in
you
the
that.
car with them.
It was in my work truck. Yeah, it was about 15 years ago.
But she didn't offer you nothing, so that's why you didn't.
She did. She asked me if she could come in. I said, no, my wife's not home. She goes, well, that's good. No.
No, it isn't.
I just laughed. I was, no. Okay. You're not coming to my house. Getting naked or anything.
No matter who's in there, right?
So, yeah, and of course, I texted Yolanda just seconds after she left. So, yep, just had lunch with the whore.
Yeah.
She laughed, but
They seem to find you.
apparently.
Yeah. Man. This area is seamless.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I wanted to work for the shelter that was over there when it first opened up. They named it the hotel house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll apply for that, but it just that program, it just went down after a few months.
Whenever they first opened it, they said, all you have to be is homeless.
Yeah,
I've never seen anybody go in there.
that's what I was saying because like I had a phone interview, it went kind of cool,
Yeah.
and I was supposed to have a second, but by the time like I just went over to see the kind of where I'll be working at. At first, I didn't have nothing really set up.
It's
like,
like,
yeah.
From rising.
So it was more like the doors were locked. You know, there was nobody in there. So I was like, okay, cool. But I didn't see just inside yet.
To not
But
see
like
back
2
out.
months later,
Yeah.
I was still waiting on my second
In fact,
interview.
if you did
That's when they
a,
shut down. I was like,
I was wondering what happened.
it was still.
because the program didn't get much.
Instead of doing a gong, it's
Right, I'm not-
gong, it's like a music.
Or they asked you
We
for the
just
city
did
or
two-
treatment.
Yeah.
we did probably 2 jams in the end, that's
Right.
basically.
So I probably was getting both ends.
Now, the private people don't like giving to drug addicts and prostitutes.
But
That's, I mean, that's who the street people are.
But the thing is, like, because of that, businesses are getting,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They're not getting as much people as they.
Well, yeah,
should.
you're definitely not gonna get foot traffic at a lot of the restaurants. It'll
Well,
be drive up only.
there's very few restaurants around there anymore, though.
You talk, oh, where are you talking about? I thought you were talking about Broadway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Broadway and 9th Street.
Oh, okay.
They're supposed to try to clean it up, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. We're waiting for funding.
I mean, what do you do for home?
That's what I'm saying. Well, 3 years ago,
It's a hot topic.
Yes,
It's
3
hard to
years
get
ago,
money from.
they was trying to, because I used to work for the children's hospital over here, and like, I was going to be a case manager. So it's like, that program would have been cool for me because of the hours, but it's just that the city is so tight with money, because it was like, if you look at like ComCare or Harbor House, all those, they rely on donations.
I get a mailer
Like that.
twice a year. On
So it's just like,
Harbor House particularly.
like for example, like, all right, like, one unit I had 8 kids, and it's supposed to be a ratio of 2 to 8,
Yeah.
and in total 16. Well, sometimes I'm just with 16 kids.
Wichita Children's Home is always underfunded. You know, they rely on all kinds of donations. The women's shelter, same thing, always underfunded. And these are worthwhile things that the government should be helping with, but no, for whatever fucking reason, don't know. But yeah, I don't know if you were, I don't think you were with us yet. We did a thing down at Flooded by Ranch 5 or 6 years ago. I'm right now, I guess. And we gave all the proceeds to the Wichita Women's Shelter. And you know, it's $500. It wasn't a lot, but
That's good.
they really wanted it and appreciated it and all that stuff. You know, Shannon, the people who own the venue, you know, I told them what we were doing, and they donated some space. So. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, had lunch with another product. I tell you, if I wanted to get laid, I can get laid.
Man, it's a secret.
All right, did you do both sides on your elbow? Knee strikes, 6 knee strikes.
Oh, you better be good at this.
So, remember, yeah, I pick on knees. Use your rear knee first if you want to, that's fine, I don't care. Stay in your stance, use your rear knee. So you're going around to the hip, you're going to the groin, and then you're going to the open opposite leg. Just like that. So stay in that stance, now do the same thing with your front leg. Boom, boom, and boom. And then back. Boom, boom, and back. So what you're doing on these is you're fighting, and you're hitting in a clinch, pow! That's my first shot, right? With my knee button. But if I want to hit you in your groin, I'm going to have to use my back leg. Bam! Okay. But if I want to hit that one, I can skip around and hit it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, yeah, it's good. It's important that you use both your lead and your rear. So, boom, boom, stop. Boom, boom. Kicks. Kick time. Side stomp kick. Side stomp. Stomp it like you mean it. You ain't gonna hurt those bases.
Trying not to hurt mine. He's safe.
Use your heel. Trying to break his leg. Stand a little bit closer on this.
For some reason I was hurting my nuts.
You can wear tighter underwear.
Yes. Let's go right here. Ow. Just like good vibrations. Like yes.
Oblique kick. Oblique kick. Well, you don't have to go that high. That's fine. Other side. All right, basic side. Too much forward. Want your butt a little bit more towards it. There you go. Don't close your base foot too much, just pivot. There you go.
Maybe I should practice down for 1,000 kids.
10,000.
smooth.
It would be a good one for you then. I chose a hook kick because it's hard for me to move that way.
Same thing for me. I can't keep. I can't do that for some reason.
You did it better than I did.
I can tell you why. Just because you're doing it so much and your knee was all the way the heck over here.
Yeah.
Knee should be over here. If your knee is crossing the midline of your body, then that's not it. You gotta twist more so that your knee is pointing down and it stays on this side. But do side kicks, yeah.
We'll get to it. Spinning back kick. Oh, step the other way. Now step this way.
Right?
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Something to get there.
Hyperextended that day muscle.
I heard the smack.
I did Bob nail you in the nards.
Nah, I hyperextended
Extended
it.
slapping together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's the only guy that I know that can twerk.
That's not twerking. That's not part of twerking.
I don't know. You sure about that?
That's the jiggle jiggle.
The jingle jingle, there you go.
Yeah.
That's about halfway through. Throw one this way. Step this way. Two more, one each way. No.
That was a 360.
Wrong.
I saw that.
Crazy jump
Oh, you
there.
losing your washer.
Knocked his nuts off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hit the middle one.
One more. All right. Where do you put that? Step back a little bit closer to the wall. Back a little bit more. 5 more. Nope, that wasn't a very good. That was that one. Those will come up too. Now, burn your flag. Step out with your front foot first.
One little tip for you. Right now you're going like that. That's a waste of energy. Just try to step with toes. Yeah.
Nope. Step forward. But you're not a horse, you don't have to. You don't have to paw it.
Caught me almost.
Nope. Step forward with your front foot. Back up a little bit. You're getting too close. The length of that step can be anywhere from a few inches to a foot or better, a couple of feet even. The length of that first step doesn't really matter. But I want you to make sure that you get that first step in and not too close to it. Do about 3 more. Nope. Do that front foot first. One more. Good one. All right. Lead hook kick. Lead hook kick. I have 5 more kicks to go.
Yeah.
Lead hook kick, not rear. Lead hook kick. So if you're gonna kick with your left, that's fine, just put your left out front. No footwork. Just a pivot. One more. Do you other side yet? Your foot out front. Your foot out front. It's not a lead. It's not a lead kick. If your foot's not out front, switch your feet. Now it's a lead. 4 more. Ah, see what you did? Dragging your foot too far back. Power hook kick. Power hook kick. It's going to be with your rear foot. Old fashioned round kick. This is not a lead out kick, this is a finish. Two more. Other side. Extend your leg. Three more. One more. Shuffle hook. Shuffle hook.
Yeah.
Shuffle. Back foot, front foot. Front foot kicks. It's easier to do it. Smooth. There you go. Which one's easier for you, Michael? Basic hook or shuffle hook?
Shuffle is easier, but it takes longer.
Well, I know.
Shuffle gives you that, you're already there with that back heel. I don't know.
Yeah, you're already in motion. You don't have to start from.
Right.
It's just when you step up, your hips are already turning, so you just have to lift the leg.
I might do that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hook kick.
We know how much you like those.
I think it's better to do, especially for you, move that one first, rather than
Just
just
because of the joint problem.
danger of the knee, yeah, turning the knee.
I did about 30 of them in the air,
Kind of feel,
and
all right,
they were like knee high.
all right.
That's all the higher they need to be
Well,
in order to be useful.
but they weren't what I want. Yeah, the throwing the kick is easier already in motion.
Right.
The downside is you're moving bulk to
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
And yeah, and just overall, doing 10 shuffles hook kicks takes twice as long as doing 10 regular hook kicks. Just because you're going step kick, back, step kick, back.
It's not a matter of time.
Well,
Again,
We're talking about endurance for doing it
all right,
that many times a day.
hold on for just a second. I want you to do 10 of those as quickly as you can, but hold on. One time.
10 of what?
Shuffle.
10 of shuffle or straight hookers.
Shuffle.
And you want me to do it at the height that I would normally put the bob if I were doing this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Make it comfortable for you.
yeah. So I would put it at knee level for doing it that many times. I would.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. 9, 10. 8.7 seconds. So you're doing more than a kick per second.
You were a step behind me,
Yeah.
I didn't do shuffle.
Right.
Close.
But he's young and he's in great shape. So,
Like, if we're going that speed, I can do that.
yeah.
So it's just about 2 per second, but they suck.
But
Right.
that's, and that's going to be impossible to maintain for
Yeah.
2,000 kicks.
And you weren't turning shit, you were just kicking the
Yeah.
hell out of that guy.
So it's really not a matter, and as far as I'm concerned, not a matter of how long it takes to do it. I'll be out here till I do the 10,000, or whatever, do the 100 or 334.
I'm glad you say stop.
334.
That's, those things.
334 of both legs.
Oh,
167 each thing.
I know it's each like 167.
Otherwise, you won't get to 10,000 in a month.
All right, I'm doing the ankles now. Uh-oh. It's at the end.
Yeah. No, that's the way it is. If you take 10,000 divided by 30, you
I did not do the math.
gotta do the math.
I didn't do the math.
10,000 divided by 30 divided by 2.
10,000 divided by 30, which is 333.33.
Yeah.
Divided by 2, because you got 2 legs. 166.66, so 167.
All right,
So at the end,
Per leg.
I'm stopping at
at the end, you'll actually,
Point per leg.
at the end, you'll
I'm almost
actually
gonna
end
get there.
up with
2
actually
kicks more.
10,004 kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the pic of my .66 kick at the end of each.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Anybody want to take a break?
I just did.
Okay. Inverted hook, these are easy. Somebody took the toe kick to the groin. Nope. So if you're standing like this, kick you under and like that. Here. And here. No forward. Just
This is the only one where my hip is starting to not think it's okay.
Yeah. That's a little tougher on the hip.
Well, and it, right there, I felt it going a little bit.
In and out, yeah.
I just felt the joint slipping a little bit.
other side of it. Nope, the other side of it.
Will inflammation in the tendons cause joint slippage?
You do band work, just straighten.
Yeah.
All the moves you go. Straighten them.
Pendulum kick. Last one, pendulum kick. Take a break. Want to get a drink? Get a drink. JKD, go pee.
So for supper, I had a steak, taquito, and a egg roll, and one of those buffalo chicken things.
Hell, that's all. Well, I got the bread.
I think,
Taquitos.
I'm anticipating
Talk about mystery.
with,
What the hell is in there?
That is true. With a good day tomorrow, I'm anticipating I'll probably be under 206 finally on Saturday.
Well, below
Going for
260.
190?
206 has been my plateau for a bit.
I was below 260 this morning.
Good.
259.
That's good.
I remember when I hit under 206. Good.
You've never been 200 in your life.
I still.
You could carry your wife and still not be
I
200.
remember being under 206.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Only your wife, still now. I don't think Kate weighs 100 pounds, does she? She is tiny.
Probably real close to that.
She's short and she's skinny.
110, 110-ish.
I'm not believing that. Maybe in her
It
hair.
would be
She might have 10 pounds of hair.
265, maybe.
That's one
Yeah,
funny
there's
thing
one
is like,
there then.
for me, there will be no carrying anyone over the threshold.
He might be carrying you.
No, he can't.
Somebody
Over
else carry
over his
somebody.
shoulder.
Yep. Piggyback, at
When I
least.
carry my wife. We
Piggyback.
both overweight and I
One of
just.
you will get hurt.
Yeah, somebody will get their back.
I'm that bad, yeah.
Yeah, Bernie's over 300 pounds though, so.
Yeah.
I think he's back down under. Just
Make
barely.
him jump. Casually. Get real close to the line. Say 1, 2, 3. All right.
Just to kind of throw you over.
I guess it's
I
like,
can teach him how to do a shoulder roll.
I don't think that's a good idea, especially not for Bernie.
I guess we could for the honeymoon, we could lay one down and hop over to Broome.
I did not carry that woman over any time.
No.
We weighed the same our entire marriage.
Here's my one.
I was 200 pounds, she was
I
200
fell right near the front door. I almost dropped her in her face.
That would've
I
been
was
bad.
like, Jesus Christ.
Bad.
I'm so sorry.
Bad move.
Yolanda and I have weighed the same our entire relationship.
You mean relative to each other?
Yep, she weighed 200 pounds at the time, I weighed 200 pounds at the time. I gained a fucking pound, she gained one.
Oh, okay.
That's called
Well,
love.
then it's called you
She
are
is
you,
260 and I'm 260.
you match each other's. You're eating the exact same thing.
There's cooking in your house.
Apparently.
I am.
All
And we'll do real good for a week and then have a pizza and fuck it off.
right. Pizza's all right once a week.
So what you gotta do is for a little bit.
Whole pizza. we'll order 2 large.
Oh, all right.
Each of you get one.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
because we like different stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like,
So to break it in,
pepperoni,
when
that's
you're
all
feeling
she
the,
likes.
when you're
Oh,
feeling the
I'm with you on it.
temptation, instead of ordering the 2, order 1 and with half.
You know,
There you go. That,
I am a
I'm just saying, it's like, that's easier.
supreme guy. I like all that.
That's easier than going saying no to the pizza because you'll give in. But if you say yes to the pizza, but just make it smaller, then
There you go.
then there you go. You can still have the pizza, but just not very much.
It doesn't sound as fun.
I have quit buying frozen pizza.
There you go. Yeah, that make it harder for yourself.
Yeah.
It's like for if you're dealing with alcohol issues, it's a
Not
lot harder.
anymore.
I know, but I'm saying it's a lot harder than, I mean, going to your refrigerator or freezer a lot easier than saying, now I'm going to go to the liquor store, drive all the way there.
Well, no, I made a decision to not drink, and I'm not drinking.
Right.
Period.
I'm just saying it's helpful that the temptation isn't directly in front of your face when
You
you
know,
open the door.
whenever we were traveling back and forth to Telephone,
Mhm.
of course, we did usually stay in the same place, but it was still once every 3 months.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I lived there.
Right.
I never did get comfortable, and I can't sleep in a bed. I had to take the camp chair with me. Drinking was seriously the only way I got to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And I'd drink a pint of quart a night. Vodka, not just beer.
Not straight, you put it in.
I put in juice,
Or pop or something.
Right.
Man, I used to spend almost like, I think I was on my bank account 300 or 400 every 2 or 3 weeks worth of alcohol.
Wow,
That's a lot.
that's working.
I never bought expensive alcohol. That's the thing.
No,
was
honestly,
I tell you what,
I'll tell you, like, back then, me and my son's mom, we would like have get-togethers where
Oh,
she would bring
you're
bottles.
sharing it, huh?
Pretty much. I was like, it was me and her.
Oh,
We would
it was just you two, not other people.
I
Oh, all
just,
right.
I tell
We
you what,
just
there's
bought
so good,
2,
man.
3 bottles.
I helped Bernita's friend move houses in Missouri. I went there, and I am not kidding. He had bottles of liquor and beer this deep and this wide spread on the floor
Nice.
for us to move into the moving van. I would say he had probably 10 to 15 gallons of liquor. He could have stocked a bar. Like it was that much. It's like line the wall of a bar. It's like, I'm concerned about this level of alcohol.
We're amassing alcohol because people keep bringing it,
Oh, yeah.
and nobody's drinking.
Yeah.
I'd buy
Walls,
seven.
just like you said, a wall on the floor.
I'd buy 750 of vodka. I'd drink that one. That's pretty heavy drinking for me.
Solid, but not terrible.
Me and my son
But every week.
It was just like,
At the very least, though, when you're drunk,
we get like
you're
2,
happy.
2 or
Generally,
3, but
Generally.
I mean,
Everything
you
is
work
really
hard.
fun.
It doesn't. I mean, you work hard. You deserve some.
Alcoholism.
You deserve some
alcoholism.
Well, I mean, it's the weekend. I don't go past Friday. I mean, I'll start probably not. Let me be honest. Back then, I'll start Thursday, and then probably
In my youth, I could drink
Sunday.
every night, all night, still go to work.
I couldn't. That is one thing
You had an overperforming liver.
Well, I had a healthy one at the time.
I
I'd have to buy enough on because we couldn't buy liquor on Sunday back then. I'd have to buy double on Saturday.
Still couldn't in McPherson until a little while ago. That was crazy. I thought that would have been the most hilarious Supreme Court case of all time.
Open on Sunday. like?
No, yeah, because you could totally challenge that all the way to the Supreme Court as being unconstitutional.
Virginia got that dry thing.
Well, you think about it. You say it's like it'd be so easy. You say, like, I'm not a lawyer. I can do it.
I was wondering what the hell that was. What else music?
It is.
Too easy of a beat not to do music.
Sounds like a harp.
Washing machine.
Is somebody like in the marching band on this street?
Yeah.
North High is 5 blocks from here.
It just sounds a lot closer. It sounds like is there a park? Maybe, I bet you they're right there in that big open area by Cancel, and they're having a sectional. The marching band, the drum corps.
I doubt it.
because that's very close. They're right here. So
It might be on a pipeline.
could be. But yeah. Anyway, what was I talking about?
I don't listen to you when you're making sense.
You know what I was talking about. Oh right, what was I talking about? 3 people listening.
Alcohol.
Alcoholism
Yeah.
and the marching.
No.
Marching alcoholics.
Yeah.
Everybody playing a pint.
I do think that is funny. Like you notice how like the town drunk has a comedic element.
You were talking about going to the Supreme Court with
Oh yeah,
McPherson's
yeah.
alcohol.
It's like why? It's like you just have to ask why not on Sunday.
Yeah.
Say,
I mean, here
there is no answer except for churches on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason.
But did
Yeah.
they have some little
And
law
so-
or something
so-
going?
Right, and so what you could say is, Congress shall not respect an establishment of religion. The end.
Yeah.
It's like because of church cannot be the reason a law exists. So there we go.
But how many laws do we make because of church? Prohibition.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I don't know what she had. She might have had a van or something.
Beat it.
Ah,
Need some jow.
yeah, me too.
Jow.
I don't know what the wife is cooking, but I saw shrimp, so hopefully
Ooh.
hopefully.
I've not seen the person, but I know everybody loves that. I like peony shrimp, that's it.
Huh?
I like to have a little bit of peony, because of the sauce, that's about it. I don't need anything else.
You don't eat seafood at all?
Oh, I'm a horrible Haitian. Yeah, I've never made it. Oh, rice and beans, I love that.
No, that's not.
Don't do that.
That's my Caribbean
Spice that up
heritage.
for me.
That's my
what I want.
Caribbean heritage.
All right, good. for me.
Yeah. Probably when we're supposed to have the celebration, I'll bring some.
I won't be here either day. I'm working both those Saturdays.
Got 'em. Next time, whenever, I'll make some.
All right. I'm down with that. Yeah. There's no Haitian food around here. is there?
Man, no, I look.
All right.
I look.
All right.
You don't need to even bother.
All right. I'll
You
get
know what I'm
on.
saying? I looked. The only thing that comes close is Oklahoma City,
Oh,
and
there's no way that's good.
no, it's not. I'm gonna be correct on that.
I was right.
So,
Yeah.
Drum section on the parking lot.
Yeah.
so whenever I find one, I'll definitely pass that information.
All right. Well, one night I'm gonna be over at your house.
There you go.
Right. Doesn't have to be fancy.
Hey,
Just a little spicy.
I remember, you said it, right? You want spicy.
A little spicy.
Okay.
I don't want to kill myself. I want taste.
Because my wife is
I don't want to just be on fire.
Bro, I
I'll
made
try it.
this thing called pickly,
Yeah.
and then like it's a recipe my cousin gave me because it's been a while. So it's basically like shredded cabbage and carrots, like
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
and then vinegar mixed with like jalapeno and habanero.
All right.
Just let it soak for like
I'm good
a
with that.
week.
I'm good with that.
Believe me,
All right.
it is in there.
I like that.
There you go.
All those things would be good.
All right, Barry. Welcome to the beast.
I remember there's some friends of ours, they didn't understand what they were playing with. And they decided to say, we're gonna make pizza. And they thought, hey, this would be fun to throw habaneros on the pizza.
and they thought it would just be like jalapenos on the
Habanero's a
pizza.
little rough, yeah.
Well, the problem was is that the juice of the habanero soaked into the entire pizza,
Yeah.
so it was in the sauce and the cheese and
And
everything.
No
Because they
way around
cooked it, they cooked it
Yeah.
raw, like they made the pizza raw. So it's like, so it meant that there was not an inch of that pizza that you could take a bite of that wasn't frying your
I
mouth.
love jalapenos on pizza, but even it gets
The
really hot. when
jalapenos tend to
it's
stay.
a good though.
The jalapenos tend to stay to themselves a little bit more. It's like you're like if you took the I'm saying if you took the jalapenos off, then you'd maybe get some flavor, but it wouldn't bite you. But like this, it was the whole thing. It was not a tasty pizza.
It's all the kids. So entering the striking, I give you all the stuff. Mike.
Yep, see, that's what we were starting with.
I gave you all the stuff.
We're gonna bob it or go at each other.
At each other.
Yeah, all right, good. We'll bet it on your bobs.
Bobs don't hit
Bob's
neck.
not doing anything
Push
bad.
old Bob back.
That's what you're saying. Bobs don't hit neck. If he were alive today. Well, not unless you're some people who have,
All the way up against him.
who have gotten hit by
It's
Bob.
not that Bob never hits back.
Bob does hit back occasionally.
He has hit back.
He about broke my nose one day.
Or if you do something stupid, like really throw your whole body at him and then he gets your feet.
There was that whole line of teenagers kicking and punching on Bob, and
Yeah.
the last guy.
Hit him in the face, knock him out.
It was pretty funny. All right, you got all the stuff.
It's just,
Don't look at me. You took it over there.
you just enter and strike. First one,
I'm saying Paris is capable of looking at it.
first one you just hit or kick.
Yeah,
Remember the last time I said go for it, and you hit, that was it.
Boom, get over it.
All
You gotta get me
That
half
was
a second.
unconvincing.
Boom.
Until it goes out of the way.
What's happening?
Just saying it was unconvincing that first.
Now, he should follow the list. You guys don't need to.
Yeah, all right.
So that means he punches at you and then
He did that.
and then you kill it.
Okay.
Because
Wait,
you don't
wait,
follow the
wait.
list.
That's why you
He has to follow the list and you get to do whatever you want.
He did number one already.
So you punch him in the face, yeah. Now, so yeah, I would say that that's appropriate. If the guy walks up to you like this,
Yeah.
then you can, I would assume that's mildly threatening.
You want me to be threatened?
Yeah,
Wait,
that was
You're-
good threatening.
I'm confused. You're the good guy.
Okay,
So I'm telling you what to do to attack someone.
gotcha.
So he just gets to stand there and get hit.
He was doing that, swinging away.
So I'm saying like, it's not like you attack him, he does something. It's like, he's not doing anything, you're just gonna attack.
Enter to strike.
Okay. So now, next one is lead ton harmonious.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, first you need to be match him. There you go.
That's it.
Lead ton harmonious string palm strike. Now, I want to see some spring.
We got fire in that.
And also, let's turn this way so that the people at home can see more than your ass.
What else did they want?
A clapping butt.
Negative.
That was
Yeah.
quite a trick.
Yeah. Okay,
He did that for us one night. His butt just goes, shabak, 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 shabak. And I'm like, what the
Big boy shorts right here.
Or no, you were wearing sweatpants.
Oh,
fuck?
even better.
So what I'm talking about with the spring is right now you're just kind of going that and then hitting. We want to use their energy. So you want to bounce it and then come up into their face. So you're engaging and letting their resistance
I'll give you a little
fire
back.
into their face.
Just-
Without it, there's no harmonious
Yeah,
spring.
yeah. And if I just let that
Yeah.
fly, that was it.
People are actually not going to want to let you just throw their arm down.
You're doing
See
something.
that your slap is
Don't do
coming
that.
this way. Try to do
Just push. So I'm up here, you want to get it out of the way. No bother with the slap.
Yeah. So it's like doing this, but backwards. So go like that, and you're right in position to do that palm strike.
You can
So you want to hook with the back of the hand like this.
throw me off.
There you go. Now back further apart, and now step in and do that. Good.
There you go.
Bounce your bounce. you're just kind of going, that, I want you to drag it down. Be really aggressive with it. Just make sure you control it. Yeah, stay above it and control it, because with his resistance, this can fly right up into his face real fast. So
Try on this.
there you go.
But you
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta let it relax. Let it fly. There you go. That's it. Good. Okay. Now try lead, con, rear, check, lead, punch.
Check. Punch.
Now try not to do it so 1, 2, 3 with those shoulder turns.
Con check.
Yeah.
Same time. Punch.
Let me give you a little clue on this. Rather than 1, 2, 3, or what the first time it was 1, 2, and 3. So think of it as 1, 2. So I've got this, and now I want this out of the way so that I can punch, right? So I engage. Yeah. So try that. 1, 2. Good. So yeah, try to have this and the punch happen together. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay. Then we've got ton and cut across. Cut across punch. You know, try punch. Yeah.
Even move, one move, the whole way through. Don't bother with this. Just.
Well, so it's first contact is ton, and then I just cut across right there. I ignore his block essentially. So this is one where I know he's somebody who's keeping his hands up high. So if I punch, I know he's going to block it this way. Like I've done it a few times. I punched and he did that. So then I go con. And so I am not actually pulling him back or down. I'm contacting and then shove my way through.
Probably, this is the.
So if you put your whole body behind it by using footwork, he can't stop that. His arm can't hold back my whole body. Good. Contact first, then this way. Yeah, so if necessary, take 2. Good. Change the angle. Let me show you. So you don't want to stay exactly the same, otherwise your punch will just do this. It's like if you continue to resist. If it's here, then it'll just be that. So I actually have to go here and so, and I have to build up the tension like I'm drawing a bow and then bam, past it. Sorry. See, it works. So it's just like a harmonious spring in that by me pressing on this and then when I change the angle, it flies out. Yes. Yeah. Muscle past it. Get out there. Good. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as he blocks there. Boom. Straight in. Boom.
This is why it's important when you do a time sao to not do it like this, because now I have nowhere to go. So you see there, his first contact is here, so that he can, from this point, fire and get past.
Jocelyn, you keep plants?
Hmm?
Do you keep plants?
No. If it was a plant that you only had to water maybe once every 4 days,
Once a week.
once a week.
One of these?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
Oh, yeah, definitely, whichever one you.
Do you have any pots at home?
No,
Okay.
And they're relatively forgiving as long as you don't put them in direct sunlight.
Do not put it in direct sunlight.
Well, like,
Well, what I'm meaning is that like they are meant to get, like they will fall
They're
off.
forest floor plants.
If direct light, the shade, they'll get some light.
Indirect light.
And I'm meaning like it's like they're like if an end gets snapped off, it's not in trouble.
No,
They're meant to do that.
no, as a matter of fact,
Is that how they pollinate anyway?
yeah, you can just take
Right.
the leaves.
So
and shove it
so
in
they
the dirt.
actually want you to snap the end off sometimes. down on all the time, but I'm just saying like you know, like a flower, if you have a flower and the stem gets snapped,
All this junk you see here plus more was one plant.
Yeah, this was all one plant.
and it becomes multiple.
You broke it up and,
Yeah, well, and still got the biggest part in the house.
Yeah.
And then what is it,
I each
how,
have some.
like if you wanted to, how do you make the aloe vera gel? Is it
Yeah.
like you have to, you take it out and put it in water?
Just slice it open.
Just
that's
slice
it.
it.
I thought that you had to do something to it,
how
like
long
if
does
you
it
did,
take to
No, no.
to grow and you can use that?
You can use
you
it
can do it
now.
right now.
Now,
Oh,
You could cut off a little
it
section.
started, that whole big plant started
About a one
the size
stick,
of this one right here.
one little stick.
That was the size of it whenever I bought it 5 years ago. And it's just gone crazy.
So yeah, if you actually took a knife and sliced it, then what's on the inside
It's gooey.
is gooey and you
Yeah.
can rub it.
You rub it on your skin. It's great for skin. You can't eat them.
If you
It
have
tastes
a
like hell, but you have to flavor them.
yeah, if you put it in juice,
Put it in juice, it'd be fine.
it's great for digestion.
Yeah.
Would you have to peel it?
You don't want
Wash it.
to eat the peel.
Well, I'm saying
If it
because like,
doesn't work, it doesn't bother.
no, I'm saying if you chop that up, like that has little pointy things on the side. Yeah.
If you- I wouldn't eat it like that. First of all, it tastes like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's terrible.
But if you put it in a smoothie, you'll never notice.
Yeah.
Wash it.
Gotcha.
Good for sunburns.
But yeah, so
Really
it's
good for
not.
sunburn. It's good for your gastrointestinal. It's how I used to take omeprazole, which is a heartburn,
yeah.
and that aloe was partly helped me get over it. Get away from the shit.
Omeprazole now they've shown it causes prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer and ED. Yep.
Great.
Yay!
Another win for
So-
medication.
Yes, so, well, there is no medication, if you're talking pharmaceuticals, that will do a good thing without doing a bad thing.
That's
Or at
impossible.
least doing a thing that is unintended.
Right. It's called side effects.
Because sometimes it's like the side effect is your nose is itchy.
Like,
Like
the little blue pill, Viagra, was a heart drug,
Yeah, I
it
heard
was a
about
heart
that.
drug, because it helps pump the blood.
it made the news a little while ago when it was like a 10-year-old girl was prescribed Viagra.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got a heart problem.
Yeah, she has a heart. She has the disease that Viagra was initially developed for.
Oh, okay.
So the what they market it for now is a side effect.
Basically opens blood vessels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yolanda had real trouble with her periods when she was a teenager.
Hmm.
So her doctor prescribed birth control. And her mom freaked. My daughter doesn't. Mabel, get in the 21st century like the rest of us.
Say, what does birth control do? Yeah.
20th century at the time.
Yeah. Was
Regulate her period.
she able to be convinced?
Dark ages.
Well, we only know what we're taught.
That is true.
Well, and at that time, I'm on birth control means I'm a slut. That's
Well, you would.
especially me.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I'm birth control. Man, I got problems.
I got a little snip tub. That's my birth control.
I saw a hilarious thing where it was doctors, what was the dumbest patients you'd ever had? And it was, it's like we prescribed birth control, and there was a couple that came in and said, birth control, okay, gave it to them. Then a couple months later, came back pissed off to all hell, said, she's pregnant, that damn birth control didn't work, you quack doctors. And I said, describe to me what you did. And then he said, yeah, I took that every day, it did not work.
I'm sure she was told.
Well, I don't know. He's a dumbass. And
This year we found out that.
yeah, big time. That's why
You
it
know,
says
and it's
only
funny.
use as directed is on the box.
Here in Kansas, now I don't know about any place else. Here in Kansas, women still have to get permission to get the tube stuff. Did you know that?
What?
Did you know that? Women still have to get permission
That's
from their father, their husband, or their doctor,
disrespect.
which is horse shit. I got a vasectomy 30 years ago, and they went, when can you show up? Today. Okay, let's do it. I got nobody's permission, but my insurance company.
That's the law here?
Yes. Well, it's at least a practice. I don't know.
It's
if
a
law.
practice. It's like doctors will ask.
They will,
Like they won't, they'll
if
refuse
a
to
woman in
perform
her
it.
thirties wants to have, get her tubes tied or have a hysterectomy.
They'll say, well, what if you want to have kids?
Yeah.
I know the last. I've never.
And sometimes they'll refuse it.
Well,
Like, I'm
the
sure,
doctor
like,
can refuse
and of
service.
course, with anything like that, it's not universal. I'm sure there are people.
I
looking for-
said, here in Kansas, I don't know about anywhere else.
Yeah.
My ex-wife, after we lost ours, she wanted to get her tubes tied. I had to sign the fucking form. Well, what has it got to do with me? I got her knocked up this time.
I did that part.
I got a vasectomy 3 months later.
Could you sign it, Joe Hutchings, fuck you?
They did make me sign it. This is just idiotic. Why does she need permission and I don't?
Yeah, Midwest.
It's the Bible, it's the buckle of the damn Bible belt.
I've never heard that like in Virginia or New York.
Well, Virginia, I bet, that down south, oh my God, those people are really crazy.
So you need to dress up, go in and say you want your tubes tied, and see if they make you get a signature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That theory up.
You know, I had to do, they actually they put me through like 40 minutes of counseling about it. And I had to sign the form. I'm like, this is bullshit.
And they put you counseling, like why?
Yeah, because just in case we wanted to have more kids.
Oh.
She's got 3 and we just lost one. We don't want to have any more.
At least you weren't in a position where they said, they're only doing this because they're sad. So go away.
Yeah, that was brought up.
Yeah.
You just lost a baby. You sure? Yes.
Mhm.
She sure and I sure. I wouldn't even ask whenever I went and got mine. Snip them. Get them out of here. You know, you can still spread the STDs. I know. It's just not a cure for STD. This is a cure for pregnancy.
And even then, sometimes not.
They can grow back together if they're.
I know somebody who had
They're
a
little
literal,
bastards.
who had the miracle baby because they didn't do the vasectomy right.
I think it's because the wife was screwing around.
No, they've got this. Had a kid when had a kid when they were in their mid-50s. Who's not okay.
Not
And
Can you
no
imagine
question,
feeding a baby at
the
50?
the kid is an absolute clone of the dad as far as how he looks. So it's just like damn it,
I know he's
like
trying
there
every
is
time.
there is an age gap of 30 years between this kid and their oldest.
Man.
Yeah, it's like he don't even know her really. I mean, like,
Oh, the second.
well, no, from their youngest kid to their oldest because
He had the second.
because they
Didn't work.
they had their first kid when they were in their 20s. So then their final kid they had when he was 55. Yes.
About 10 till, you want to stretch out?
Sure.
All right, if you'll bring me all the paperwork that I gave you.
Yeah.
Please. Harris, if you ever get interested in hyperbolic stretching,
Yeah, into it.
it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
I do. Some stretching.
It's what you do. And you know, I'm a very beginner, really.
We've done a little bit of this with Michael.
So I did, you know, there's 2, you want to stretch, you know, forward
Go hard,
with
make it
one
hurt,
leg,
30 seconds.
with one leg forward and one leg back, you know, that stretch. I want you to go out as far as you can, right? As far as you possibly can. And then from there, push
All the way down.
as far as you can.
Flexing your muscles real
and
hard.
do the you know the bounce count, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and then stretch out a little bit more,
All
and
right.
then do the same thing, and then stretch out a little bit more.
And how's it going so far?
I did it Wednesday. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
All right.
They don't want you to overdo it.
Yeah, good.
I was sore as fuck Wednesday afternoon. Oh my God, I could hardly move. Today I'm okay, so you know, tomorrow I'll be back at it.
It's pretty interesting because I gave you.
I'm feeling the need to do this.
But it really did something, or it wouldn't have made me sore.
Try actually pushing your hips forward.
Forward.
That is leaving a lot.
Don't relieve too much. We don't have enough for it. You have to leave it.
Yeah, so you got,
Fair enough.
you got something, you got about,
Fair enough.
with your
You
teeth.
can kind of feel that in your hips as they twist upward.
So it was developed by this Slovenian guy. And, man, he's got videos of, I mean, old people, like
Yeah.
older than me, doing these full splits and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta do
Going for that?
that.
That's the end goal.
The end goal is contortionist in Vegas.
Well, it's to get my hips loosened up.
Break his shoulder off in the meantime.
There you go.
It's actually doing better.
The other one.
No, it's solid. It ain't going
The other
anywhere.
one.
There's a titanium spike down the bone. It ain't going anywhere. It's got a good amount of bone. over it. I'd have to get one of the, if I had ever had my right shoulder done, I'd have to get one of those wiping sticks.
Yeah.
No, you just have to sit on the bidet for
No, they have
10
them.
minutes.
Yeah, they do make those.
Turn the pressure up.
Joe!
If you do that, I've got a bidet.
Yeah.
If it hits you just a little too hard, you're like, ouch. It stings. Gotta turn it down a little bit.
You know, I saw it was kind of an interesting little piece of hardware. We were visiting some old mansion in Ireland, and it was a place where they did a whole bunch of horse riding. And they said now in here they took us through the bathroom area, and there was a peculiar tub that was sat at 45 degrees this way against the wall, which then on one edge of it had two big smooth holes that looked like this is where you're supposed to put your legs. And they said this type of bathtub was actually invented for women who were pregnant and needing to relax their hips in order to, because, you know, starting to wear you out having that baby. They said, but these people used it because they were riding horses all the time and getting jacked up hips.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was interesting. It was an entire bathtub just for that. And so you basically sit in it, it's got the slots for your legs, and it's 45 degrees so you can lean back, and then you've got the super hot water for, yeah.
Of course, peasants didn't have anything like that.
Well, we were visiting a manor house.
Definitely gentry.
We were not saying, and now what did the peasants live like? We were
They
visiting
did all.
we were visiting the rich people. No, they sucked it up. That's what they did. They did not have a special bathtub.
That's right. They did not.
They sucked it up until they had a revolution.
Yeah. Still didn't have.
No, it didn't. England never had its revolution, and I think they have suffered for it.
Their monarchy was a lot tougher.
More evil.
Well, they neutered their monarchy to such a degree that it wasn't worth revolting against it.
Well, only in the past 100 years.
Well, like the Magna Carta and stuff, and yeah, and just in general, like eventually taking away their power so that they have literally nothing.
They're figuring
The face.
Yeah. Well, what was it like? At one point, I think it was with Cromwell. Like the king said, "I don't like what you're doing as a legislative body, so I shut you down." And they were like, "You literally can't do that." It says, "My guns say I can," and so it's like,
And everybody else went,
yeah. Well, I mean, the House of Lords wasn't customary to carry pistols under the House of Lords, but like, it's like, what are you? Gets to bad situation. I think that was one of the last straws where they said, "Okay, you, Mr. King, you have no power now."
So Paris, if you see me doing the splits,
Yes,
both sideways and front to back,
I will have to buck up.
I will give you the program.
All right.
Show you how to do it.
And then it'll be, can you do the splits while standing on one foot?
That's a whole different thing. Well, there's like the side-to-side splits, right? There's a couple of different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And end up. Some of them, your hips are rolled forward. Basically, you're sitting right on your nuts. And I don't know about that one. But their toes,
Move them out of the way.
but their toes are pointed down. Van Dam,
Yeah.
you always see him with his toes pointed up.
Yeah.
Because his hips are back,
Yeah.
which is a harder stretch to manage.
Mm. Let's try this one.
That's one that I did. That one's sort of
Yeah.
right for the moment.
Get it out further. Like, see how you're moving it so that it's 90 degrees. Yeah. Then bring your face towards this.
That's actually a hurdler stretch,
Yeah.
a technical hurdler stretch.
Reminded me of a funny thing somebody posted. They said, I looked up hurdlers without the hurdle and was not disappointed. There's all these pictures of people running the hurdle, but somebody had photoshopped out all the hurdles so they look ridiculous. It's like taking these massive big leaps over nothing. Yeah.
You see the faces they make.
I remember there was that one year when they finally realized that it was better to kick them down. Or like maybe they thought that for a while just to see. But like when they would run the 100-meter hurdle, they would be putting their foot on it and kicking it down as they ran.
That'll get them disqualified.
Nope.
They're not hurtling when they're doing that.
Supposedly it sucks up their time, they don't go as fast. So somebody thought maybe they could just get a little faster if they just went ahead and knocked.
Because your leg doesn't have to go as high. So if you're not having
That's
to
a
jump,
disqualification.
apparently
I
not.
think it is.
Apparently the only disqualifying factor is if you trip on them and kill yourself, that's your fault and you're gonna lose. So if you go
That's not a hurdle.
and fall down.
That's not a hurdle, that's a kick.
Yeah.
I suppose
They
in
figured
theory, if you just bulldozed your way through it and carried all the hurdles with you and still managed to get across the finish line, I guess you did. Maybe they just figured there wasn't a rule wasn't necessary.
That broad jump, they do the skip and
Yeah,
whatever.
The triple jump.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1.
Because, boing, boing, boing.
And then you land on your feet.
Right. Well, or your butt.
Yeah.
Most of them have their feet out there, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but it's whichever mark is the furthest back.
Right.
They wanna land this way and then come forward a whole bunch and see if they can land that way. Remember my dad talked about it. It's called the Fosbury flop.
Crosby.
Fosbury.
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 Yeah.
It's
It's the way that everyone does a high jump.
Fosbury was a guy. That was his name.
Yeah, he just invented going over the.
Going over
backwards.
the high jump backwards. Before that, people would jump over front ways.
And he was blowing everybody
Well,
up.
it's because it wasn't very efficient. So he did
could-
that.
He could jump 2 feet higher than everybody else.
Right, and so now everybody was like, well, damn, and started doing it that way. But the thing about it was that I have seen people miss. They go over it and miss the pad entirely and concuss themselves on the ground. So
yeah,
Dad
they're using those good thigh muscles to kick back.
Dad said he remembers when that first came. Do not do this at home warnings on the TV because they were getting reports of kids trying it over the back of the couch and killing themselves on the floor. It's funny. I hardly hear that anymore. I think maybe they're assuming that kids aren't as dumb, but they are.
Can't stop what's coming out.
Got new drugs.
Too much.
Yeah.
No, they're just dumb, and you got all those iPod things and.
Well, yeah, come on, they're even dumber.
Yeah.
I never thought about eating laundry soap when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
or challenges.
Yeah, those
iPod. Well, no, I
You're
can't.
doing things that I don't imagine.
Our generation was Chubby Bunnies. You remember that? It was the game was you put a marshmallow in your mouth and you say chubby bunnies, and then you put another one in your mouth. And the game is how many marshmallows can you stuff in your mouth before people can't understand that you're saying chubby bunnies. But the problem is that people would breathe in a whole marshmallow and it would stuck in their windpipe and you can't get it out because it's so squishy.
You can't say chubby bunny.
And then you're dead. So
a little hot water would help that.
right, but I mean, it's kids at a slumber party with the parents not home. I mean, everybody panics. And, yeah. And if it's lodged in your windpipe, I don't know if water will help.
Yes, it would. Go get the Hoover.
We also had the
Go get the Electrolux.
every 10 years or so, kids figure out autoerotic asphyxiation on the playground. Because
I've never seen a kid tie his nuts around his throat.
no, but but every 10 years or so, you see it on the news. You say kids are hanging themselves on the playground equipment with their coats because you get high for a second afterwards, but then the kid will hang himself for real, and yeah. So they call it like the choking game or whatever. Yeah. You have to do another PSA. He's like, stop choking yourself on the playground. Yes.
Hey.
My mom always had. She was a nurse,